So, isn't that great?
Yeah. I really like, and there's these little nooks and crannies in like around the pond that you can find interesting things and points of interest, and it's really, really nice.
And now, Prokop, the chat is asking, can Henry swim? Do you think we should debunk this, crush their dreams?
Not really. Actually, at the beginning of the game, Henry will be forced to swim in a very like a story moment, and it will go so horribly that he will swear he will never swim again. So yeah, sorry, you can't just freely swim anywhere.
Hungry Henry unfortunately cannot swim, guys. Crushed dreams.
Actually, later on, there's one quest when he'll be so drunk that he will swim again, and it will once again end horribly.
There you go. Is he swimming in a bathhouse?
You can consider it swimming, yeah.
Okay. There was actually also some wildlife here, so if you're lucky, then you can find crabs and little animals here as well that you can pick up and eat, right?
Yeah. And you can, once again, you can cook them, smoke them. So yeah, there's like a lot of, there's quite a big variety of animals now, and also very nice new animations of all those animals. So you really feel when you actually met a deer in there, and you saw that he could turn like pretty smoothly and everything. The level of polish in everything. It's the KCD2 is the game we really wanted to make. KCD1 was like I loved the game, and I spent 6 years on the game, but I loved the game. But we were really trying something that was like little above our capability. And now this game is the thing we wanted to make, and we hope that we really honestly hope that in the end you'll appreciate it.
Do you think I should show the community, the chat, what they can also do if they're at beautiful places like this?
Yeah, sure.
But that's kind of a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. It's a little feature.
It's a little feature, but it's kind of a spoiler. Guys, do you want a tiny little spoiler? Like a tiny one. It's not a story spoiler.
They know already.
They know. It's not peeing. That would be very funny. But it's actually finally we have a photo mode in the game, right? So you can watch wonderful Henry staring into distance, but also you can whoop and hide the hints, and you can do the most wonderful
nice
screenshots you want to do. The camera is tied to Henry, so you cannot fly extremely far away. It's also physical, so you cannot go through walls or something like that.
Yes.
But there's a tiny gimmick.
Which, there's a story about it. Try to end the photo mode.
End the photo mode. Guys, take care. What's happening now?
What a view!
Yeah. When the photo mode ends, Henry will comment on what you did in the photo mode. Well, it's a generic. He will basically say like
nice
what of you are nice or something like that. But when we are like trying to implement photo mode, there's like this issue we're trying to solve, because photo mode can be used to kind of cheat when you're trying to stealthily approach something. We didn't want you to like look around the corners, but we didn't want to limit the photo mode too much. So what we did is that when the photo mode ends, Henry will comment, and that little saying of his is actually heard by people in the world. So when you're like really trying to approach somebody in a stealth and you'll cheat in this way, when Henry says nice or what of you, the guards will say, what? What was that? And they'll look at you and go and search that place.
I think that is such a tiny detail, but still, I think KCD is all about the details, and this is like so nerdy and so cool. Really. So when you end the photo mode, Henry barks something, and the others will hear it. So you cannot use it for while stealthing.
Very similar thing. But when you're talking, as you are like making fun of our dirty Henry. Now, when you're dirty, you actually smell, and when you're like in stealth, people can actually smell you. So when you're like trying to approach the guard to stealth kill him, he can actually smell you and turn around. He has like completely unique dialogues about that. He'll like turn around, he'll just try to sniff like, what the hell is that?
A little spoiler. First of all, I take this weapon. Remember earlier when we arrived here, let me equip this just in case things go south. When we arrived here earlier, they immediately attacked us because they saw the guy. if I'm not wearing a weapon right now, it's on my belt, as you can see, and now if we approach the situation, they will at least not attack us right away. He will
What do you
say,
want?
hello.
Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll
Okay,
drum it out
Mikesh,
of you.
let's talk peacefully.
Lord von Bergov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who
I think the
you
dude on the
are
left has a
and
trigger
what
finger.
you
He
know
wants to
about it.
kill us desperately.
He's like,
yeah,
about to
let
come.
me in. So, what do you guys want to say? 1 or 2? We are the messengers when we were ambushed, or you don't look like von Berghoff's men? 1 or 2? Tell me, 1 or 2? A lot of 2s, some 1s. Okay. So we call them out, okay? Good, let's do that.
You're from Lord von Bergov. You don't look like it. Kurva! Watch your tongue with me,
The
boy.
international
When I
word
say
of
we're
peace.
from-
Definitely.
we're from fucking von
Everything
Bergov.
peaceful starts
Who
with,
else would
Yeah,
we
with
be
the K
from
word.
anyway?
Yeah.
You can talk to me or talk to Cold Steel. Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
So, remember so first of all, there's different options here. Messengers, that was something we saw earlier. You're looking, we can use our skill, we can lie, or we can try and intimidate them. So let's try and that
yes.
for a second.
Do you think I'm a fool? I know a robber when I see one. There's been lots of you types in these parts recently, and the fellas from the village are well pissed off. So get lost and don't come back, or we'll
Get
take our
lost,
axes to you.
scum.
Well, that wouldn't be very nice. The thing is,
And another thing, and I think only KCD does that, when you fail something, there's a unique lines for all of them. So they actually say something instead of just a fail. And most of them are really funny. It's actually really good to really try. But now you're without a Gamba son, so let's see, Toby, how well you can...
Oh, God.
Yeah, good one.
show your stuff.
Oh, that will be hard. That will be hard. There's 2 of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you're
oh.
dead. Yeah.
There I'm dead. That's very sad. However, let's try again. And let's try something different. Because earlier, when we looted the different armor types, right? And let me change that outfit again. Oh, they don't have it yet. We have the bloody stuff, the gambeson, the vagrant boots, and so on. And those are, especially because they are bloody, right? They are more intimidating.
Could something have happened?
And
that was
if
Ennis?
we go there now again, let's see that. And I mean, that is not, that is something that all RPGs kind of do, or many of them. But the point that we are trying to make, that will come, the revelation comes right after that scene. So let's put that weapon just in case.
Hey, you!
What's
what do
up?
you want? Lord von Bergov. A
Yep.
couple of them. So tell me who.
Yep. You don't
You're from
look like
Lord
von
von
Berghoff's man.
You can
Exactly. And now, if we
Do you
say
think I'm a fool?
same thing,
I know a robber when I see one. There's been lots
And
of
we
you
look
types
like
in
a
these parts recently, and the fellas from the village are well
effing
pissed
killer full
off.
of
Get
blood.
lost and don't come back, or we'll take our axes to you.
Easy there. We're no robbers, we're just carrying out orders. We've had a look round here, so we can be on our way again.
And they're just free.
And goodbye, you scoundrels. So, now you think, okay, well, many RPGs do that, but
Yes. Actually, this is just, well, it's not a little thing. It's a kind of like a big deal. These 2 guys, they were not just random bandits. They actually have a role later on in the story. They're not the main characters. If you kill them, you'll not like lock your quest or you'll progress. No, not at all. We don't want you to reload. But there's like these little consequences. So actually those guys, later on, you can actually befriend them and they can help you in some of the quests. They are, I think, they're like in 3 quests where you can meet them, where you can talk to them. At the beginning, actually, they can make one quest a little harder because they can recognize you. They'll try to get somewhere and they will recognize you. But later on, you can befriend them and you will actually,
Von Bergov
have a lot of
sent
common
us
in
to
them
find
with
the
them.
renegades
And by the
who
way,
ambushed
as
some knights
Prokop said
company
earlier,
down by
they
the pond
have unique
yesterday.
lines for
A
almost
couple of
everything.
them
Did you see
fled
that he
and are
was just
hiding
asking
out
me,
here in
why
the
the heck are you
rocks?
running around
So
with a
tell
weapon
me
in your
who
hand?
you
So I had
are
my equipped
and what
weapon,
you know
and he
about
was
it.
reacting to that. And again, that is what I'm trying to tell you all the time. The world is so reactive to you that it's really, immersiveness is extremely important for us. And now,
I'm
if we
Henry
tell
of
them, listen,
Skalitz.
I'm Henry from
I'm
Skalitz,
accompanying
that's
Sir
the
Hans
other
Capel on a
option.
mission to deliver an important
You
letter
you
to
really
Lord
are
von
trying to
Berghoff.
win at least
We were
once,
the
Toby,
ones
don't
who were
you?
ambushed
Absolutely.
yesterday.
Now
You feel ashamed a little bit
They
with
will-
your
they-
combat
Take the
skills.
travel.
they will call me the
Please
butcher of
report to
Skalitz.
us as soon as we can.
They will
Have
they
them
will
send us
know
horses and some clothing.
who the heck I am.
And an escort would be good too.
Shit, how about that? I didn't expect you to fall for it so easily. We're not Von Bergov's men, and we'll deal with him later. Like we did with you yesterday by the pond. But that's the least of your worries now. We'll take your Sir Hans with us. But we've no need of you. Farewell, Henry of Skalitz.
So, should I check on Kozlicek and
Sure.
I will not pick
Maybe
them up.
you can use the compare. That's another thing that we did. If you
Oh look,
press
here's a
Y.
pretzel. And
Oh.
if Sexy Biscuit Roxy is watching, the pretzel is for you. So, she hates the pretzels. So, doors and a key chest. Interesting.
It might be useful later on.
Let's take everything. Taylor's kit.
You can actually, where we were teasing at the beginning, you can actually fix some of your clothes.
Let's check that out. So, it is in the
Other. Yeah.
And here we have the tailor's kit. Let's take this one, for instance.
Yeah, any of them.
Yeah, use it. And this is now like a quick way.
Yeah, you're
how
choosing which type of clothing you want to repair.
Now, you might say, hey, Toby and Prokop, wait a moment. How can you, with one tailor kit, repair all the items you have? Well, there's an answer.
Yeah, actually, every tailor kit has like the condition, which is like what you see under the little part there. And based on the price of the things you are repairing, it kind of lowers the condition of the tailor's kit. So if you're trying to repair like way more fancy things, way more fancy clothing, it will take more of your repair kits.
And I think that's absolutely fair. I think, again, that is how to balance it out a little bit
Yeah,
so that you cannot repair your own stuff all the time. So the super heavy, super valuable stuff you either repair with a lot of these kits or you go to the city and get it
And
done.
there's also associated skill. So if you are better at that skill, for example, it will be like easier for you to repair things. You will lose less of your repair kits. But also there are specific perks in that skill that will, for example, make the things better if you repair them. Like you can pet them to make them more stealthy or do some other stuff with them.
I took the bone comb because I have a very wonderful beard in real life and that needs to be combed sometimes.
Obviously.
But back to business. Hello, Bojana. How close can I get to you? Okay, too close. Let's check out her wonderful, beautiful alchemy hut. And that is something. So we get very often the question between realism and gameplay. And it's really important to mention that in the first place, we are absolutely working on a video game.
Yes.
First and foremost, right? The realism part is something that we use to flavor everything. That is the tools, the work, the kit that we are using to build everything, to craft everything. But realism can never stand in the way of fun gameplay. So we need to find a balance, and that's like a daily struggle we have.
Yes.
And the alchemy, for instance, the potions are somewhat funny, of course, sometimes. However, still, what we can see here in the book, for instance, these things are actually based on real herbalism that was used in the Middle Ages, right?
If maybe even some of your grandmothers might used a chamomile decoction it really helps with healing, for example. For example, you can see this is like completely new art, and all those herbs actually exist. And if it says it grows in roadside stitches, in clearings, and where there is relief from the sun, and it grows there in real life. If you learn from our game where the herbs grow, you can actually find them in the real world as well.
Exactly. And if it says it's poisonous, then don't try them in real life.
Don't eat it.
Someone was asking if we can carry the book around. No, the books are always put here,
No.
but
Actually, if you can't do now because you're in the tutorial, but now, yes, in KCD2, when you're leaving Henry actually take the book with himself, but later on, I think, I'm not sure if you can go there from the tutorial, but in your codex, every description of any herb of any potion. There's also a lot of hidden perks. Actually, I don't think nettles, because nettles don't grow in this kind of biomes. But for example, a good hint to our players: if you pick a lot of nettles, there's a hidden perk that will permanently raise some of your stats a little bit, but it can help you at the beginning.
well, it's not a hidden perk anymore.
It is not. It's hidden for most of the players.
Yeah.
Only the people on the stream know.
You qualified ones
Yeah.
who were with us through this entire stream. You now have this super secret OP.
Something similar was in KCD1 actually, but there's way more. There's definitely more of these in KCD2. So explore, try things, try new things. We're really trying to reward players that are trying new things, try new approaches.
It's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Okily dokily. So we will now go again, pick those flowers, and then address.
Maybe I think
the
from there, yeah, there it is. You can see the Gelée of Pub, which is, I think, the biggest pub in the region. It's pretty big. Also, some very interesting quests are there, so I definitely suggest going there. There's bathhouses also, so once again, you can use baths there.
Bathhouses, everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Can I slip from here?
You can't slip, but you can fall.
I will not try it.
And you can see, for example, on the left, there are some birds flying there.
Yeah,
I am not think
here.
this is intentional, but sometimes birds can lead you to places.
So you know what place we need to go now? Pick some flowers,
Yes.
because our best friend Hans is still in his last moments there, and we were just sightseeing. So we should not do that. Hop. And I will scare the deer. Go away, deer. And give me the sage.
Yes.
Purple flower.
Okie dokie.
Sage.
And the
There we go.
chamomile, which is here.
That's it.
Now,
Chamomile.
okay, before we go back now,
I've got all the herbs
I
use.
will
So
do
back to Bajena on the
something.
double.
No, wait,
The
let
sooner
me,
Hans
let
gets that
me
remedy, the
get
better.
the autosave first, and then I will put on some armor, some slight one, and then we want to show you again about how the game plays differently and how stuff will change according to what you do and how you decide and which items you choose to wear and so on and so on.
Yes.
So let me just quickly initiate this.
What's
Yes.
that?
There it is.
Now we go into the inventory, and I will take what I looted earlier from this wonderful gentleman, the dirty bastard. Dirty and naked bastard.
Maybe you can talk about outfits. It's a new thing.
Absolutely. So look on the right side. You see that everything is marked with a yellow shield right now in the inventory.
And there's a yellow sheet
And
below
there's
Henry.
a yellow sheet below Henry, because we can now actively change outfits like that. So you can have 3 pre-prepared outfits.
Yes.
Comes really handy. So I would recommend something like a, let's say, fighting outfit, a stealth outfit, and maybe a speech outfit or something like that. And you can pre-prepare those sets, and then with a click on a button in your inventory, when you're not in the middle of a combat,
Yeah.
then you need to have some safe place and some quiet place. Then you can change the outfit. But you can pre-prepare, which I think is a quality of life improvement. Absolutely.
And there's a lot of them in the game,
Yeah.
because that's something we wanted to improve a lot. The game should be now much smoother to play. You should be way easier to learn. The depth is there. It's the game is maybe even deeper, including the combat. There's some very advanced moves that weren't in KCD1. The depth is there, but it should be a little easier to get into it, a little easier to learn everything, a little more descriptive.
And I will now. We have the different outfit, of course, but also this belt that I'm wearing is a weapons belt. I call it a Batman belt, because you can put different weapons now on this belt and have a quick swapping system now that you can quicker and easier change weapon according to situation. So you can have, depending on your belt, you can have several, and yeah.
I don't think you have equipped the gambeson. I think you're still wearing the tunic. You can. I think you have it in an outfit, but yeah, this is the outfit you want.
Okay, there you go. Back to Dead Bastard.
Yeah. We had
So, Dead Bastard. First of all, give me your sword. That's always good. And now, loot not leveln, because that's the best thing you can do. Give me all your crap.
And as you can see, we are so used to it, but actually in KCD, everything you see on any NPC is actually on him. So you can always loot anything that's on him. He really changes because you loot his clothes. So yeah,
But I cannot.
he's now naked, that bastard.
I cannot loot his undies.
Yeah.
So I took the spade, ace of spades, and now we are taking this body and do what we were told, and that is to go and bury him in the forest. He's pretty heavy, so I can't sprint with him. That's the fastest I can do. Oh, the little boar is checking us out suspiciously. I don't like that look in his eyes. It's fierce. Let's rather continue. And we have to go now in this like little swampy area kinda and try and bury that naked bastard. Oh look, the piggy is following us.
I think he's like fleeing you actually. You
No,
might be too stinky for him.
no, he wants to create a friendship.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a good point. I might be so stinky that he want to be.
Yeah.
He smells us and says, "Family, isn't it great to come home?" So you go here.
I think you need to bring him closer.
Do I? No, I don't. I know. So as a matter of fact, let me show it for you guys. I know where to dig, but if you wouldn't, as you can see on the top of the compass, it tells you that somewhere here in this region, which is now I'm covering it unfortunately with this little thing, we have to bury the corpse. So we drop him here, wherever. Have to find, with our nose in the dirt, start digging. There you go. And Henry is doing his job.
Yeah. And actually, this will make you dirty again. We listen
Dirty Henry.
We actually listen to feedback, so you are like now gain like the dirtiness slower in the open world, but specific interaction with the world will make you dirty very fast. For example, digging graves.
So I can drop him in there, right?
Yeah, you can. Yay.
Yeah, isn't ragdoll an amazing thing?
Yeah, always.
Go in. Come on, put your legs in there. A little bit more. Oh no! Oh god, oh no.
I think you can bury him even like this.
Up. Yeah, I think that's good enough, right?
He doesn't deserve anything better.
Good enough.
He tried to attack Hans.
Yeah, he's like an upside down popsicle right now. So, after quite a bit of time, look, and even we cut off his limbs, and the rest is old story. But before we go that way, let's go that way, because let's try and get a tiny little bit closer to Trusky Castle. We can't go too close. The quest requires you to stay here around him, so there's a natural barrier that will tell you, I shouldn't go, and let me just check in which direction.
Yeah, you're in the right direction.
Yeah.
Just follow the stream.
So follow the stream.
And as you can see now, as I was talking about the biomes, obviously you will not go to the deserts and stuff like that.
Also PC specs, if you ask about them, those will be revealed by the end of the year. As I said earlier, in the beginning of the stream, we are right now deep into optimizations and bug fixing. But I can already give you a little tiny information. We had a really breakthrough moment not long ago, which will be really good news for someone, which I'm not telling you yet. So see you later.
Such a vague teaser.
Yeah, very vague. So, do we tell Božena the truth or not? What do you think, guys?
Is it safe to tell her?
I don't know.
Do you believe her?
I don't know. I mean, she patched us up, and she patched up.
She seems like to be a good person, but
I mean, everyone loves a good Look, everyone is saying one.
okay,
See?
yeah.
Can we kill? No. Okay, you deserve the truth, Božena. Tell me everything.
To your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanush of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my yard.
Now, don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I've
Cousin
treated
check.
his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly.
Mikesh
But
and
what he
Kozinchek.
needs
For
most
those who
now is
speak
that
Czech,
remedy.
they will
Have you got
know.
everything for
The
him?
rest, Google it.
Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you 2 the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
And when she's talking about that her eyes are bad, you can actually see that she has like the eye illness that makes her see bad. It's like a custom made for her.
And we'll brew the remedy, right? So alchemy, of course, again,
Yeah.
back in the game.
But damn it, Tobit, clean yourself. Do you see how dirty you are?
Yeah. Yes.
I've been at the alchemist bench a few times, but it's been quite a while.
That's grand. More than I was hoping for. And not to worry, it'll all come back to you. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it
Can
by
see the
heart.
little shade in her eyes. So
Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2 is the sequel to 2018's critically acclaimed Kingdom Come. Deliverance, continuing its commitment to delivering a historically authentic, immersive RPG experience. The game transports players back to 15th century Bohemia during a time of political turmoil and war, providing an expansive world where realism, historical accuracy, and player choice define the experience. This sequel builds upon the foundation of its predecessor with a larger open world, expanded gameplay systems, and a richer narrative that concludes the story of Henry, a blacksmith-turned-adventurer who finds himself entangled in the complex politics of the Holy Roman Empire. The game is set in 1406, during the Hussite Wars, a period of religious and political upheaval in Bohemia. Players explore a world where factions vie for control and alliances are fragile. The narrative focuses on the continued conflict between Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund and the forces opposing his rule, providing a backdrop of civil war and intrigue. Players resume the role of Henry, the protagonist of the first game. Following the events of Kingdom Come, Deliverance, Henry's quest for justice and revenge leads him deeper into the heart of political conspiracies and personal betrayals. The sequel delves into Henry's origins, exploring his relationships with allies, enemies, and the nobility. A significant portion of the story centers on Kutna-Hora, a historical city known for its silver mining and strategic importance in medieval Bohemia. Henry's journey evolves from seeking vengeance to navigating the moral complexities of leadership and loyalty. The story challenges players to question their allegiances and face the consequences of their choices. The game highlights the tensions between different classes, cultures, and religions during the era. NPCs follow realistic schedules, and the environment reacts to the player's actions, including shifts in economy, social standing, and political influence. A revamped combat system makes duels more dynamic and tactical, emphasizing timing, positioning, and weapon choice. Crossbows and early firearms add variety to combat strategies, introducing ranged options that require precision and strategy. Henry's skills, including swordsmanship, alchemy, and horsemanship, evolve based on player choices and actions. Players can engage in various professions, such as blacksmithing and trading, to shape Henry's journey. Branching dialogue and quest lines ensure that player decisions have meaningful impacts on the world, from forging alliances to altering the fate of towns and characters. Buildings, clothing, and weapons are based on historical records, ensuring a believable and immersive experience. Warhorse Studios has partnered with experts to ensure that every detail, from the political landscape to the layout of Kutna-Hora, is accurate. High-resolution textures, realistic lighting, and detailed character models bring 15th century Bohemia to life. Players experience changing weather patterns and seasonal transitions that affect gameplay and exploration. NPCs exhibit more realistic behaviors, reacting dynamically to the player's actions and adapting to changing conditions in the world. A dynamic economy system affects the availability and price of goods based on local events. For example, disrupting a trade route can lead to shortages in nearby towns. Players can influence the economy through actions like smuggling, negotiating trade agreements, or supporting rival factions. Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2 is poised to deliver a rich and authentic medieval RPG experience, expanding on the groundbreaking systems and storytelling of its predecessor. With its massive open world, dynamic systems, and commitment to historical authenticity, the game promises to set a new standard for realism in the genre. The game will be released on February 11, 2025 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and Series S. Now you can enjoy some screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!